Oh, hey, how are you? Welcome to Ceramics with Miss Tomimitsu. Okay, we just were coiling a pot, or I was just coiling a pot, and I'm ready to do some smearing on the inside. Every 2 to 3 coils, you want to stop and do
serious smearing.
Okay, so I had a student also ask me, can you add texture to coils once you're coiling? And yes, that's a big yes, Jess L. Okay, you can add texture, but you always want to remember to do serious smearing. Okay, so when I do my smearing, I like to start with a scoring tool, and then I take the wooden modeling tool and I smear. Okay, and this is actually kind of part 2 to our last video where I started this. And you just want to do serious smearing. And if it's towards the end of the period, like the last 5 minutes of the period when the ceramics 2 students are cleaning up on the potter's wheel, that's when everybody should do serious smearing. You don't want to save it for the next day. Your project is going to get a little bit more firmer every single day, and it'll be difficult to do the serious smearing the second day. So every 2 or 3 coils, stop, and always the last 5 minutes, stop to do serious smearing. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and add one more coil because my height really isn't there yet. And this has been sitting a little while, so I firmed it up. And when I add a coil, I'm always going to take my needle tool. And do you guys see my needle tool? Oh, and this is kind of rough on the end. I'm going to just cut at an angle, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and add up. And this has been sitting out, so I'm going to moisten the top. When you come in for the next day, you might even want to, you don't have to score and slip between every coil, but the first day or the second day, should you always score and slip maybe the top coil to moisten it up for the next start. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just lay my coil down and smear that into the other coil so it looks like one. And then, oh, this guy's a little thick right there. Okay, and again, cut at an angle to the next coil. Okay. And I have some coils that I pre-made. I don't recommend that you make them and then put them in a bag. Try to use what you made that same day. Because do they get a little wonky?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, work smarter, not harder, yeah. And was this a square originally? It's starting to turn into a circle. Is that okay though? Can I beat it later into shape?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just beat it into submission later and make it do what you want it to do. Okay. And again, I can kind of shape as I'm going as well. Okay. And I'm going to add a little moisture because that clay is a little dry. And I'm going to add one last coil and that's it. Okay. So, and I guess like a half a coil. And you're just stacking. And I had a student ask me, well, what about if you want yours to go outwards, you know, like bulbous or come in? You just stack them like stairs. You know what I mean? Scaffold it a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to make it a long kind of, to try to get it flush, you know? So I have these coils on the side. Could I take any of the impressing tools? Can you grab me, Hannah, some impressing tools, like the tub of them? And could I impress anything into these? Yeah, anything I want, okay? It's kind of difficult. I'm not going to use like the rolling pins, no. Into that, you would change the shape. But you can take any tool, including, hey, can you use the back of this tool and press little dots into it? But before we do that, do I need to make sure to go through it and clean up my coils somewhat?
Yeah.
Yeah, could I take a brush to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And I think the rounded part of the tool, yeah, the wooden modeling tool. Okay, smear into here, just come down. Okay, yeah. You want to go through and really clean up your coils, make them neat, clean, professional. Okay, some of these need some work because we had. Oh, look how nice that side is, though, huh? Okay, so I could go in and I could give it little impressions all along. And if yours is going to look like, I've had students that do them to like gingerbread houses. Could this be a really neat thing? And make it like designed up. I can go in between coils and press. Okay. And again, just adding some extra design elements because you live a lavish lifestyle, or you want this fairy to have a lavish lifestyle in his Icelandic fairy house. But could you go through and do that on everything? All right. Just in time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and
Smash that notification button.
thank you.